Hello, my friends. It's Cindy. Welcome back to Studioloo. I'm here today with Thrifty Thursday and Thrifty Canucks. You can check the description box down below for all the details on those lovely YouTube thrifting collaborations. I have actually an enormous thrift haul today. Oh my goodness. Okay, so it's not my fault. It's not my fault. It is my fault. But anyways, my husband, I'm going to show you the things today first that my husband got me, because him and my son had to go, I had to take my daughter to an appointment, and so they went thrifting while we were at the appointment. So my husband is only ever really looking for records or random weird things, but he knows my style. He picks things up for me all the time that he knows I'm going to want. So that being said, I will start with this giant piece. So this is a vintage caboodles. If you're not familiar with caboodles, they were popular in the 80s. This one's cool because it's black and white, and it's a storage case. They were designed for makeup. I use them for all sorts of different storage for craft supplies or what have you. I also do keep my makeup in some of these because I'm clearly Debbie from the 80s, but whatever. But yeah, I really like this one. It's nice and functional. It doesn't have the mirror that a lot of them have, which is actually a lot easier because it's kind of I could much more easily use this kind of a space. So I do have to clean it, obviously. I just got it home. He just brought it to me. He came and he said, I got you some stuff at the thrift store. So I was like, okay. So yeah, that's the first thing. That made me happy. Let me grab the bag of things that he got me. So first off is this. It's the creative book of pressed flowers. He's like, I got it because it actually has pressed flowers inside. How cool. So I was like, yeah, that's a great score. So yeah, they're all just pressed flower papers with probably relatively ancient flowers pressed on them. So there's 4 of them. It's kind of cool. And then the book itself is probably not so much something that I'll use a whole lot, but I don't know. I'll go through it and I'll see what I can do with it. Okay, so that's that one. Next, he found this pad of vellum paper, which is great. I will always be happy to take vellum paper. And then he found a couple of books of ledger paper, columnar kind of paper, the green ledger, and this one is a different one. This is an analysis pad, kind of a little. Actually, they're exactly the same. Always getting ledger though. And then he found an account book, another ledger. I like this kind of paper a lot. And then he got me some weird knitting patterns. Let me just grab them. Let me just check if I'm still recording. My phone and my camera don't want to talk to each other right now. Okay, yeah, I am still recording. My phone keeps freezing. I don't know what's going on with it, with the recording. So this is a Flintstones knitting patterns book, and it's pretty cute. It's all the Flintstones characters, and I will probably add that to my stash of things for my retro journals that I'm kind of slowly working on in the background. There's also Sylvester and Tweety, and Looney Tunes. So the funny story here. Oh, I like the Roadrunner one. That's cool. I haven't seen that one before. So the funniest thing, okay, I will not knit these sweaters, even for my kids. I just won't. My daughter has this sweater, exactly this sweater, yellow with Porky Pig on it. I found it while thrifting a few years ago when she was 2, and I could not stop myself. It was so funny. So yeah, she has it. And then this is the Holy Grail book that he found. The Spotter's Guide to Mushrooms and Other Fungi. It's by Byway Books, over 80 mushrooms and fungi. And it's a really nice field guide. It is. Hold on, guys. I've got to remind myself how to read. The MCM is 1900, the L is 50, the X is 10, so 60, 70, 82, 1982, right? Oh gosh, I'm so bad at remembering Roman numerals. So a bit of info in the front, but the pictures are amazing. And it's not shiny paper and it's not photography. It's all illustration on matte. Oh, indigo boletus. Those are some of my favorite mushrooms. And this is a really nice book because it's actually a ton of local mushrooms that grow locally here. So yeah. Then the other book he got me, the last thing from the husband thrift haul, is this, an illustrated treasury of orchids in beautiful color, and it's huge. It's like a giant book. It's probably like 15, 17 inches tall, and it's just gorgeous. An Ardebra book by Frank J. Anderson. It is what is the year? 1979. Originally, it was released in 1912, like the original illustrations. But look at those big, gorgeous orchids. He's like, I wasn't going to get it because it was so big. I wasn't sure how you could use it. I'm like, oh, I'll use it. Don't you worry, my friend. Okay, so that's all the stuff for my husband because he's lovely. I think I'll set these flowers like up here so I can process them in a meaningful way later, sooner than later. And let me move this stuff. Okay, so the next to my spoils, they're actually prezzies from my lovely friend Shell at Shell's Creative Chaos. We're going to be doing a really fun collaboration. If you haven't seen the video yet, it came out on March 1st as like kind of an intro, but it's actually an April collaboration between me, Red Parrot, and Shell's Creative Chaos. We are doing a fun daily video series. It's called April Round Robin, like Junk Journal Round Robin. So she sent me some books because she's so sweet. They're Jan Brett books, which I love Jan Brett so much. Look at that. Oh. So, you know, this is wonderful. And also it's great because I think this year I'll actually do some more Christmas and wintry kind of books. Like I haven't done a lot of them, but oh, this book makes me so happy. Her style is just so nice. Look at these lovely little wintry creatures. They're just beautiful. And then she sent me The Hat, which is this sweet little hedgehog. Oh, so cute. All these animals all have clothes on. And if you're not familiar with Jan Brett, she's very well known for like having kind of a central illustration that tells the story and then more going on around the border frame of the book. That's her thing, right? It's really beautiful. And then Goldilocks and the Three Bears. And this is a beautiful illustration style for this book, actually. See, she has such a lovely way. Her colors are so nice and bright. She's kind of linear but realistic in her style, and I love her. That bed all made of bears, like just creative ideas like that, you know, not only is she a great illustrator, but the way she chooses to depict things is really special. Like, you know, who would have thought to make the bear's bed look like that? And then this one, which is Berlioz the Bear, and it is also very pretty. Beautiful, beautiful bears. I have another really beautiful bears book, not even by Jan Brett, but there are some lovely bear books out there. But yeah, look at those books. Aren't they gorgeous? So that's my little Shell Jan Brett haul. So thank you so much, Shell. I love you. Let me get to the thrift stuff now. Okay. So, also I'll give you a little, maybe a sneak peek into an idea I'm thinking about doing on my Patreon. And you can give me your feedback. So first thing I got is just a simple wired, beautiful basket. I love baskets that are shaped like this for putting things in, like ephemera or, you know, whatnot. And I have a bit I need to sort. I've got like a little area on my paper cabinet where things used to be sorted well and now they're not. So I know I need this to remedy that situation. And then I found this. This is a nature match game, and it's some kind of cards, I'm sure. And I'm going to get it out of the plastic so that we can actually look at the cards. Okay, there we go. 72 picture cards. What is all this junk? Okay. So you open these up. Oh, they're little cards. How cute. Little, yeah, so it's like a, a match game where, you lay them all out and you try to match them together. So there's some cool images, bats, and looks like a pike maybe. A little frog in the grass. Yeah, they're just like tiny little sweet images. Shells, oh, little gosling and a robin. Yeah, so those are the kind of cards there, these little match cards. Super cute. Nature match. Some moths in there, and a squirrel, and a woodpecker. So that is that. Now, part of the reason I have such a big thrift haul is because I actually have an estate auction to share with you today too. I need to take a drink because I have a cold. I've just been catching endless plagues from my children, if you're wondering. Like, if you watch my videos frequently and you're like, she's sick again? I thought she had a stomach thing. I did. Now I have a cold, because I just do. And I've checked myself 8 million times to see if it's the dreaded thing, and it's not. It's not the plague. I checked. Okay, so this. Okay. So they have... every now and then, my big thrift store that I like to go to every now and then has these patches, and they're comforter patches, as they call them. It has 192 5-inch squares to make one comforter top, 60 inches wide and 80 inches long. So they give you the directions here. I was trying to get this sticker off, but it's a nightmare. To make this this thing. So yeah, they're all denim. So these are all denim patches, okay? I'm not going to open it because I don't want them to go everywhere, and you know what denim looks like. But what my idea is to do kind of a stitching series on my Patreon, and I might come up with some little designs that are floral designs, and we'll do like little floral embroideries and cross stitches on these patches, and maybe look to kind of like make a quilt or make a, whatever you want to make, but it'll just be individual little projects, so you don't have to make anything big. So I'm thinking about that for a future thing. Let me know what you think. And I would like maybe release like little patterns or something, or little how-to videos on how to do that stitch. And then, for those of you who have been around for a while, you probably, a long time ago, I started a series called Imagination Blanket. So I still have it. I've kind of taken a hiatus from it. And I think it's just because it's a big thing to work on. I still want to work on it, but I think this is a little more accessible to work on patches instead, right? Just single squares. So that's where my brain went with that. And then I found this book, Mary Ann's Garden, and it's beautiful. Drawings and Writings by Mary Ann McLean. So it's a botanical diary, and I think I saw this on possibly Mary Ellen's channel some time ago. I think she thrifted it. Let me know, Mary Ellen. I think you did. Because I remember you talking about Stratford and the beautiful... are they Morning Glories, I think? Yeah, so this woman is a really lovely illustrator. The book itself is from 1987. And, she talks about, like, life and nature. And I like her handwriting. It's another gorgeous book. Green peppers, and I like how they show her sketches too. Yeah, Brussels sprouts. I remember the first time I ever grew Brussels sprouts, I had no idea that they grew like this, and I was so proud of myself. I had this great big Brussels sprout like laden plant, and I remember like saying to my husband, like, take a picture of me. I was so proud of myself. But now it's just, you know, whatever, we grow these things all the time now. But those are the little magics in life. You can't deprive yourself of that wonder. Okay, so that is that book. Oh, how beautiful. Now I have 2 big bags of things here. So let's get into it. So the fabric bags were half price. And I was like, oh, I have to get them because I think they just got an awful ton of like scraps. So they usually sell them for $8, but I got them for $4. And this one I got just purely because of this blue. I'll show you one. Like we'll go in and we'll take a look maybe at one and see what we get. So this is, what is this? I don't even know what label this is, but this is all like quilter's cotton. And this one is cut like, you know, they've probably cut quilt pieces from that, so it's truly leftovers. And they are really pretty. That's so pretty. And it's just tons and tons of different like shapes and patterns. It's very, very random. And for that reason, I don't normally always buy these bags because like sometimes I feel like it's just going to add things to my stash that I don't need. Like say, you know, these elephants or something. I probably won't use those, although I may send them to Shell because she loves elephants. But you know, there's also some things that I think like I probably will end up just redonating again. Every now and then I just kind of go, I don't need a bunch of stuff. So yeah, but like, see, there's just tons of different beautiful fabrics, and they're all quilting cotton because there's a large Mennonite community in this area, and so you get an awful lot of that kind of thing. But I'll probably go through this a little later and take a look. I like that. That's nice. At what all we got. Scraps and scripts and things. Oh, this is pretty. Some little trees on black. What is this? Cards and poker chips and things. See, it's very random. Oh, here's something sweet. Look at these birds. Yay! So cute. That is from cranstonvillage.com. And then, oh, look at that. Oh, yum. See, sometimes you get really good stuff like this. These little pink polka dots, too. Those ladybugs. That almost looks like it could be Tula pink or something. You know, all these ones that are cut like this. So, yeah, you get some good stuff from time to time. Then you can get some real wacky stuff, too. Like, there's usually a good amount of, like, wacky. Like, this looks a little wacky, but all those are kind of just pottery pots. That's not too wacky. What's this? This is interesting. It's got the selvage on it. It's probably clothing. It's kind of a little scratchy. Oh, you know what it has on it is the interfacing glue. That stuff that you iron together. Yeah. Sorry, frequent water breaks today. It's how I stay alive. Then some batik. Yeah, but just lots of little bits and bobs. Some fat quarters. Basket and a little petit fleur. And these look like they're basket and laundry. They're, you know, little squares. It's got like some, looks like fish. Yeah, fish jumping in the water, kind of. There's more batik with a fish on it. That's pretty. But yeah, see, like you can really get some great stuff in these. Like that's really beautiful. Whatever that is from. So if you're someone who likes random kind of stuff like this, then this will be right up your alley. It has some labels on it. Probably from a demo, like wall or something of the fabrics. That's nice. And there's a nice chunk of it there. Yeah, so it's a ton of fabric. I've got to go through it and put it away properly, but I won't go through every last bit of it because this is not even halfway like through this thrift haul, and you guys would be like, Cindy, these videos, come on. I've got a life to live here. So I got another bag because, like I said, half price, you know, come on. And there looks like there's some great stuff in here too. Of particular interest is this. Look at that. Yum. Oh. Yay. And it's got another piece inside of it. That's cool too. So nice. I think that might be a Japanese fabric actually with the silver. I got some of that fabric a while ago for my husband to make shirts from, and we have yet to make the shirts, but he's learning to sew. He wants to sew shirts for himself. Probably because I neglect sewing for him. I'm too busy. So he'll have to just do it himself. More of that beautiful blue. I couldn't say no to it. There's just too much good stuff in here. Like that. Yummy. That's nice too. Got some tomatoes. We got all sorts of stuff. So yeah, I kind of feel like I'm gypping you, not showing you, like I'm ripping you off, not giving you the full fabric tour, but like I'll continue. You'll see why. Okay. Then this, another, so this is beautiful. You know, as you know, I am a religious person. I'm not like a religious person, but this is gorgeous. Look at this. It is a religious piece. It says, life is a fragile handle with prayer. Life is fragile handle with prayer. So, the bird, the bees, and the flowers. It's so pretty. And then down here, all these florals. I love this like stemmy little bit here. It's got a little staining there. I can get that off. That's just some gunk. There's a little bird nest there, so I'm going to just do a nice gentle wash and some eucalyptus, and that will come up nicely, and then I can decide how I want to cut it up for stitching. Then, if you're detecting a theme, I found my own Jan Brett find, Honey Honey Lion, a story from Africa. And again, just, you know, the beautiful pictures of Jan Brett. So had to grab that one. Then I got a little bit of thread because I always need black thread. I seem to always run out of thread. There are some wooden spools in here too, which are always nice to have. And this book, Nancy Willard, The Nightgown of the Sullen Moon. I've seen this book before and left it behind, but this time I was like, I want that book. It is from 1983, and look how pretty the watercolor paintings inside are. So I'm going to read it and try to decide if I could do a journal with it. It looks like a sweet story, to be honest. I like this little man. Oh my gosh, there's an owl. That's really cool. So yeah, cool book. Then I got this Woolber book, illustrated by Lee Harper, and it's about a sheep, and it's really cute. Excuse me. 2008. See how sweet the pictures are? Wilbur. It's just a cute sheepy story. I like the spinning around on the spinning wheel. It's very cool. Yeah, cute book. And then this book, this interests me. I want to read this. Here's my book, Michael Jacques, Can't Read, Can't Write. A book for anyone who has been told they can't. You can. Where did I? Okay, so here. Can't read, can't write. Here's my book is told through the eyes of Michael Jacques, a compassionate and determined young adult with autism and an intellectual disability. His book, which is written by using an iPad's speech-to-text function, is a down-to-earth collection of compelling life stories and discoveries that teach us how to embrace and celebrate our differences. Michael, who never surrenders to the idea of can't, speaks about topics such as learning, inclusion, advocating independence, and the power of perseverance. His insights and views on the world are equal parts heartbreaking and inspiring. Through his witty and positive voice, Michael offers a glimpse on what it's like to be him. Here'smybook.com. So yeah, I want to read this. It's a lot of topics that interest me. And then I got myself this big Kono black thread because I need more black thread. I need to wind bobbins. I think one of these days I'm just going to sit down and like my self-care will be winding thread onto every bobbin that I have and filling my bobbin case with full bobbins of thread so that I don't run out 100 bajillion times like I always do. Then I found these. They're fabric colored letter brads. So they just have little letters on them. They're fabric covered, and they're like this library green kind of color. They remind me of like a chalkboard. So I like those. Then, what else? Anything else in this bag? No, and this bag needs to go because it smells like perfume and it's going to give me an asthma attack. Anyways, so this book, I'm just going to see if I can get this sticker off like right now because I hate these stickers. And of course, it's all goopy and gunky. I'm going to have to clean this book cover. Dear thrift store owner, runner, manager people, why do you do this to me with your stinky old stickers? I want to know like why they use the worst, most heinous stickers. Okay, I'll get that off later, but you get the drift. This is just one of those books. It is Green Mansions, International Collectors Library. So these books, the Louis binding, usually they have some amount of this going on. These books, the way they were bound, you've got to be careful. This is a good one because some of these books, like you can actually hear, like, it's like they made them never to be opened. Like, this is the first time that spine's been cracked open, right? And, like, I think it really wouldn't last very long if someone had done anything other than put it on a shelf, right? I don't think these books were ever meant to be read. Thankfully, it's not as bad as a lot of the books that I see like this. Like, see, you can already see that the leather's kind of, it's not leather, it's like pleather or something. You can already see that it's kind of chippy, it's a little damaged, but I have a method that I use to restore kind of these books when I use them for making journals, and it usually involves just literally taking the whole spine off and then creating a new spine, sanding the edges of the book, and sealing both covers, and then I will usually reuse the spine. I can even make it wider if I want to. So yeah, I want to give a home to such a pretty book. So let me grab the last bag. So this bag is heavy, and it's sort of half and half thrift stuff, thrift haul, and estate auction. So I'll start with thrift haul stuff. So this is a really big bag of big manila folders. So I grabbed that. Stick it in my bin. I keep all my folders under my desk in a box, like an office paper box. And then I found this, Cinderella, Pictures by Susan Jeffers, and it's a big book, but it's really pretty. It's from, I don't know, someday, some year. It doesn't say. No date. Okay. But the pictures are really pretty. Let me flip through it kind of this way. Kids' books were 50 cents at this store, so I'm always happy to find these kind of pretty books. Okay, so that's Cinderella. Then I found this. It's like an Ideals magazine. It's called A Garden of Thoughts, a lovely bouquet of enduring sentiments. I think it is like an Ideals magazine. It's exactly like one, but it's garden themed, so I grabbed it because they had a bunch of Ideals magazines and I left them. I didn't even take them because I have enough. And then I got this one, Plants and Flowers. And it's illustrated quite lovely. It's got all sorts of pretty flowers and stuff in it. Birds and bats. Squirrels and thistles. Then this little mixed bag of bits and bobs. I got it for the roll of vintage seam binding. It's the what's it called? The mesh stuff. Like, it's really thin. It's really nice. Then this stuff looks like bra strap. I don't think I'll probably use it for anything. Yeah, it's definitely bra strap. So I'll probably just get rid of that. I don't really see myself needing it. This I'll use though. This is like a woven ribbon. It's kind of cool. This is underwear elastic, and I definitely won't use any of that. I have no need for it. So maybe I'll redonate it to the undergarment people. I don't know. Yeah. Then this is a bit of crochet lace. It's a nice thick one. I grabbed it because it's pretty. Just a nice thick crochet lace. Nice amount of it there too. Then another little bit of lace. I got it for this one in particular. It's kind of cool. It's this. Different. It's got an 80s feel to it. And then this pretty ribbon. It's a nice color, that like sea foam. There's a bit of nice lace on here too. That's a little scrippity scrap. I'll just throw that in my scraps. And then this like pink ribbon. I think I'll get rid of this water damaged case because I want nothing in my life with any kind of watery mold on it. No thank you. Yeah. So that's those little bits. And then I found this, Carling's Portfolio of Canadian Birds. So it is like a folder, a big folder from the Carling Conservation Club of Waterloo, Ontario. And it has these pages. They're from 1945. Woodland Foragers, Snow Wanderers, Forest Fantasy, Sunrise Spectrum, Friendly Phantoms, the owls, Tree Surgeons, Spring Heralds, Summer Chorus, and that's those. So a nice little bird kind of stuff. So put this back in the folder. Then more thread and black, so I'm happy. There's some Gooderman in there as well. And this little Halloween fabric, it's really cute. Let me get it out of here so I can show it to you. It is 2 pieces, 23 times 22 plus extra. Okay. And it's like these little zombie type people. That's a little fuzz on there. A little bit of, this is actually wool, I can tell. This came out of someone's studio because it looks like my studio. All these little zombie people. I feel like I know who made this fabric, and is it Alexander? No, I can't remember his name. It may not even be him, but it reminds me of some fabric that I have. Very fun for Halloween though. Or, you know, that time of the morning before you have coffee. Either way. Okay. Then I got a little thing of this nice mustard yellow vintage seam binding. And I found a stamp block, a nice big one too. It's like a good heavy duty one. And this little book, I always love these. Worms Wiggle, Bugs Jiggle. These are Reader's Digest mother care books. And they have really sweet illustrations. They're just these little tiny books with little children's verses and sweet little illustrations in them. I have a few others of them. Then this is just a pack of squares, and they're really nice. They have most of them are metallics. There's probably some Christmas kind of colors that you could use, but you know, that doesn't have to be. Some of it I think is clearly Christmas, but I need a little bit of Christmas stuff because I've got plans to do Christmassy stuff this year maybe. So that'll be my little Christmas squares stash. Okay, so I'll leave that with my Christmas stuff. Okay, so then another little seam binding, but this is a lace one. It's like a navy blue lace. And I think that's all. Yeah, that's all the stuff from the thrift store. So next I'll show you the estate haul, but let me just put this away because it's really closing me in. Okay, so the estate haul stuff is kind of comprised in like 3 sort of collections of things. So the first is some cabinet cards. So it starts with these 3 little ones. These 2 are the same. And then we have a little colorized photo that is a tin type. It's printed on tin. And then this little cabinet card, Newmarket, Ontario. And this beauty. And this guy. He's from Barrie, Ontario. This looks like probably possibly a schoolhouse or just a house. This one's really nice. From Orangeville, Ontario. And we have a little girl here with her little doll. That ribbony shirt she's got on, it's really cute. Barrie, Ontario again. And this one of these 2 lovely ladies, also from Barrie. And then we have some snowshoeing guys here. And then this is a nice tall one. Yeah, this is a Barrie, Ontario collection, I would say. So this, it's kind of like from an album. It was glued into an album. Really pretty. And then this one's amazing. Wow, look at that chair. Another big one. This would just make like a nice book cover, to be honest. But I'll probably end up cutting it down, knowing how I typically end up using cabinet cards. That's collection 1 of 3. Look at the big one. So this box. Okay. I'm getting rid of all these bags I don't need. So this is a box that says GNW 1832 on it. Paris Gold Medals, Antwerp 1878 to 1885. I don't know what this box is from, but it's just completely stuffed. Okay, so what is this? So it's a lot of stuff. Where to begin? Okay, so in the front here, all this stuff's like laying down. So there's a bunch of stuff. This is a 1940s collection of photographs and also negatives. So hopefully you can see that there. That's a negative. These I have a scanner for, but also even if you don't and you scan them or you just use them, they're really cool. Like they look really nice, like on white paper, right? They're very haunting. So this one's from Niagara Falls, 1940. So there's a bunch of envelopes of those. 1939 Eindhoven, 1940 Bell Fountain. Or else they've spelled fountain with an A. It's funny, Bell Fountain. Bell Fountain is not too far from me. Oh yeah. Interesting. Okay. So that's that stuff. And then we've got kind of like these folders. This is 1941. Van Estrik, Musselman's Lake, Trip to Europa, Tobermory. Lots going on. Tobermory is a beautiful place in 1942. This, like, look at this. Hold on. Need a lighter. Oh, it's too dark. Need a white surface. Something white. I have nothing white. Oh my goodness. Come on. Hold on. Okay, here we go. That's brighter white. Maybe you can see the image better. But it's this girl like in her bathing suit. So yeah, that came out of here. And then 1942, Bancroft, 1943 fishing trip, 1944, 1945 Port Stanley fishing trip, house, 1946 Carmela, and then you know, we have like this beautiful car and this woman. So lots and lots of these negatives. I'm really intrigued by these. So that'll be a project for me to go through and put them through my negative scanner. It's going to be work. It's going to be work, but it'll be cool when I get them processed. These are the things that I give myself to do in life. 1940. What do these ones say? France, Maastricht, Nijmegen, High Park, 1939, loads and loads of negatives. So then when we get past all the negatives, okay, then it's photographs. So all sorts of different kinds of photographs. Like, look at this. It's like a deer and a girl and a guy sitting on the floor taking their, or the ground, taking their picture. Looks like a lot of traveling. Like, this actually looks like Tobermory. Yeah, I think it probably is. Big, beautiful trees. Oh, gross. That's a snake's head on the end of a stick. How gruesome. Yeah, all sorts of cool stuff. Like these ladies with their umbrellas. Just a ton of photos. Photos. I'm a big lover of vintage photos. Beautiful. So yeah, for my Patreon friends, journal together kit stuff, you know, probably of the future. Lots of good stuff here once I get it all scanned, and so many fun things. I pick up a lot of photographs and things like that for that specific purpose, to share with Patreon people. So lots and lots of pictures still. Then we get back to the back and we have like this photo post folder, and it's full again of negatives. Like, this was a really good score of photography. Just tons of photography. And there's like all sorts of little, there's like a little you know, cool different little things, little photos that are just cut in these interesting ways. You know, and I see things like this nowadays. He looks almost like Eddie Furlong. Things like this, like I would see at an antique store for like maybe 5 of these for like $10. Like it's getting harder and harder to get these kind of things. It's not easy. Oh, I think that might be a morning photo. Yeah, I think it is. I'm not sure, but perhaps. It looks a little somber. Yep, more negatives at the back. Okay, so yeah, that's that box. That's going to be a project for me. Then the last thing I got is a scrapbook. And it's gorgeous. It is beautiful, beautiful. Excuse me. Okay, so it's 1800s, and it's falling apart, but it is leather, and this is metal embossed. From the books of Marcel Boss. It's French, 1939. So did I say 1800s? I'm going to say early 1900s. Sorry. I clearly need a nap. I've had a long day. But yeah, this is all 1930s and 40s, this whole collection. This is a wedding anniversary card. Some envelopes here. Bon voyage. Lots of bon voyage. Just a line to say goodbye. When people used to, say goodbye, a going away gift. Cute little card. Back in the good old days where people would take these voyages and everyone knew about it, right? These days we just get stuck in security for hours and having to deal with airports. Oh, this is great. A word of advice on your trip: let your spirits run high, but watch it for pickpockets. And she's got a little alcohol bottle in her pocket. See, it's a little resin bottle. How funny is that? Nice little handwritten note. A little card, parting gift. Some typing here. So there's English and French in here, apparently. That's cool. This reminds me of my art teacher from high school. Her writing, Hannah was her name. Some things have obviously been taken out of here. This is some labels, wine bottle. Excuse me, pardon me. I'm gonna take a nap after this video. Yup. Because I think I need to. Some lovely old, documents. Itty bitty cards and people's, info. Nice old papers. En français ici. Okay. No. Casino de Monte Carlo. Cool. That's a cute Easter card. Probably goes over here. A couple more cute cards. Our gift for you. People actually wrote things in cards. I always laugh at when people give cards and all they do is sign them. I always find that really weird, but I know a lot of people do it, so I'm probably the weird one. But 1950. 1952. Yeah, so just lots of correspondence. Here's some nice little postcards. Churchy kind of postcards. Marcel. Aw. Kitty cats. Oh, that's a nice little tintype photo. Very cool. Oh, this is what's that paper? It's like rice paper, but it's not. It's like that old. Oh, wonderful one. Can it be true that I may be in a bath with you? Ruth Wallach and the doctor too. How we would something and splash in foam a couple of 1,000 miles from home. It sure pays off the world to man. And I could say on reaching shore, I've never had such fun before. I'm for bath parties more and more. It's a 2 for tea and fiddlers 3. And for some of bridge is easy to see, but 5 in a bath and one of them me. Wow. That sounds pretty kinky for the 1950s, 40s and 50s, but you know, sure. That's a really nice envelope. An Easter wish for you. That's a nice silk. It's like sparkly embossed. Nice old card. Lots of cards. Oh, that's so pretty. That's painted on there. How beautiful. A juvenile delinquent tells of his crime 50 years later. Huh. What did he do? We don't know. I'm not going to read the whole thing. I'm too sleepy. Former war correspondent dies. A special breed of survivors are we? Probably military kind of stuff. This is a napkin. And I think the back of this is empty, in fact. The paper's really nice, though, so I'm not even really sad about that. It's really nice, like, deckle edge, and it's, like, weathered, thick, good paper for a signature. It'd be really great, actually. So that, my friends, is my thrift estate, all the things haul. I hope you had fun, and I'm going to go take a nap now. So until next time, may the thrifting fairies be with you.